General Hospital spoilers reveals that Sasha is taking steady steps to become a responsible and loving mother, finding hope again after the wounds of her past. With dedication, she begins to build a bright future for her child while learning how to overcome pain to become a strong pillar. However, amid this emotional journey, a new danger emerges, threatening to destroy everything Sasha is trying to protect. Sidwell, with his dangerous schemes, unexpectedly targets Sasha as part of his dark plans. This pursuit not only places Sasha in a perilous situation, but also forces her to face the hardest decision of her life: protect herself to survive or stay with the child she loves. In the chaos, Sasha realizes that leaving her child behind is the only way to ensure the child's safety, even though it breaks her heart. Sasha's decision is not only a testament to her deep love for her child, but also a reminder of the brutal situations she faces. While this action may help the child avoid immediate danger, it also raises a series of questions and emotions about the possibility of a future reunion. Will Sasha escape the darkness created by Sidwell to return to her child, or will she live forever tormented by this heartbreaking decision? Sasha's story is not just about a mother's journey, but also a symbol of the battle between hope and despair, love and sacrifice. Port Charles once again becomes a place where schemes, tragedy, and courage explode, with Sasha at the heart of it all. Brook Lynn unexpectedly finds the child that Sasha was forced to abandon while fleeing from Sidwell, creating an emotional turning point in her life. This act is not only protective instinct, but also stirs deep feelings of love and responsibility within Brook Lynn. With the child in her arms, she feels as though she has been given a chance to become a real mother, something she and Chase once desired but struggled to achieve. The arrival of the child not only changes Brook Lynn's world, but also deepens her relationship with Chase. As they begin caring for the child, they quickly realize that the role of parents is not just a duty, but a meaningful journey they are ready to experience together. The child becomes a bridge, connecting Brook Lynn and Chase, giving them a shared goal to work toward. However, this newfound happiness is not without challenges. Brook Lynn cannot ignore the fact that the child belongs to Sasha, and that protecting the child means facing the potential dangers from Sidwell. At the same time, Brook Lynn and Chase must also confront the big question: can they become the child's official parents? Or will they have to return the child to Sasha once she overcomes her hardships? Meanwhile, caring for the child leads Brook Lynn and Chase to gradually understand the true meaning of parenthood. They not only learn how to face daily challenges, but also experience unconditional love, something both of them have longed for. This story is not only a turning point in their relationship, but also opens up new possibilities, while laying the foundation for upcoming conflicts and tensions. Will Brook Lynn and Chase be able to keep the child and build the family they desire, or will fate force them to make heartbreaking decisions? One thing is certain: this event will not only change the lives of Brook Lynn and Chase, but also set off a series of dramatic and unexpected developments in Port Charles. Brook Lynn unexpectedly begins caring for the child that Sasha abandoned, but she has no idea about the child's true identity. This not only creates an emotional situation, but also becomes the spark for a series of dramatic events in Port Charles. Brook Lynn, with her generous heart and rising maternal instincts, decides to protect the child and give the love she believes the child deserves. However, not knowing the child's true identity places Brook Lynn in a complicated situation. As she begins to care for the baby, doubts and questions about the child's origins begin to arise. The residents of Port Charles, always sensitive to secrets, start noticing the child's appearance and raise a series of questions about the child's background. The situation becomes more tense as details about Sasha's past and the connection between the baby and her start to surface. Brook Lynn, who only wanted to protect and care for the child, is now caught in a whirlwind of schemes and conflicts. She not only faces pressure from those who want to uncover the truth, but also has to confront herself as she realizes that the child may not belong to her. Meanwhile, the story about the baby quickly becomes the center of attention in Port Charles. The complicated relationships between Brook Lynn, Sasha, and Chase only add to the tension. Chase, who has always stood by Brook Lynn, begins to question whether it is right to keep the child without knowing its identity. At the same time, Sasha, while fleeing and facing danger from Sidwell, begins to feel the pain of being separated from her child. This story is not just about motherhood, but also a symbol of conflicts, secrets, and difficult choices in Port Charles. Will Brook Lynn be able to protect the child and overcome the storms she faces? Or will the truth about the child's identity completely change everything, pushing the story into a new, dramatic, and unexpected chapter? One thing is certain, this event will create a chain of emotional events, deeply affecting not only Brook Lynn, but everyone involved. Brook Lynn and Chase are living in happiness as they care for the child they have come to consider an essential part of their lives. For them, the child not only brings joy, but also symbolizes the dreams of building a family they have long desired. However, the unexpected appearance of Sasha, the biological mother of the child, with a determination to reclaim her child after Sidwell's defeat, turns everything upside down. This situation not only tests the relationship between Brook Lynn and Chase, but also thrusts all three of them into an emotional and tense conflict. Sasha, after enduring loss and pain, is now stronger and determined to reclaim the child she was forced to leave behind. For Sasha, reuniting with the child is not only a right as a mother, but also a chance to start over, giving her a reason to continue fighting after all the wounds. However, for Brook Lynn and Chase, who have poured their hearts and love into caring for the child, giving the child back is not easy. They feel they have truly become the child's parents, and letting Sasha take the child back means losing an important part of their lives. Tensions rise as Sasha demands her maternal rights, while Brook Lynn and Chase resolutely protect the bond they have formed with the child. Sasha, carrying her deep love for her child, does not hesitate to face any challenge to prove she deserves to be reunited with the baby. However, Brook Lynn and Chase cannot ignore concerns about Sasha's mental stability and her ability to care for the child after all she has been through. Chase, who always upholds justice and integrity, is torn between sympathy for Sasha and loyalty to Brook Lynn. He understands Sasha's pain and the reason she wants to reclaim the child, but at the same time, he cannot ignore the deep love he and Brook Lynn have for the baby. Chase's internal struggle only complicates the situation further, especially as he tries to mediate between Sasha and Brook Lynn. The confrontation between Sasha and Brook Lynn reaches a climax when both can no longer control their emotions. Sasha, with all her pain and determination, faces Brook Lynn, who also refuses to give up the child she has come to see as her own. Sharp words, tears, and rising tension create a situation where no one can predict the outcome. Will Sasha reclaim her child and begin a new chapter in her life, or will Brook Lynn and Chase keep the child and continue building the family they dreamed of? More importantly, will their relationship be healed after this conflict, or will it be forever fractured by emotions that cannot be erased? This story is not only about motherhood, but also a test of love, loyalty, and the ability to overcome great challenges. Port Charles, with all its conflicts and secrets, is preparing to witness a new explosion of events where every decision could lead to unforeseen consequences.